On a quiet summer weekend, the serenity of Devil's Den State Park in Arkansas was shattered by a brutal double homicide. The victims, a husband and wife enjoying a day out with their two young daughters, were killed in an attack that stunned the community and the nation. The accused, Andrew James McGann, a schoolteacher about to start a new job, raising disturbing questions about trust and safety. Law enforcement believes the attack was random, deepening the community's fear and sorrow. The tragedy has forced a reckoning for local institutions and left two young girls orphaned, their lives forever changed. As the investigation unfolds, the search for justice and understanding continues in a community struggling to heal. Clinton and Kristen Brink were more than just victims of a senseless tragedy. They were devoted parents, loving partners, and hopeful new residents of Arkansas. Having recently moved to Prairie Grove, they were eager to put down roots and create a warm, welcoming home for their family. Their journey was one of optimism and togetherness, as they embraced the promise of a new beginning in a close-knit community. Clinton and Kristen poured their hearts into building a life for their two daughters, ages 7 and 9. Every day they worked to provide stability, love, and laughter, ensuring their girls felt safe and cherished. Their home was filled with the sounds of play, shared meals, and bedtime stories, a sanctuary where the girls could grow and thrive. The Brinks were known for their adventurous spirit. Family hikes through Arkansas's scenic trails, afternoons spent exploring state parks, and spontaneous outdoor adventures were regular parts of their lives. These moments weren't just about fun. They were about forging a deep, unbreakable bond, teaching their daughters the value of curiosity, resilience, and togetherness. In their final moments, Clinton and Kristen were together, surrounded by the beauty of nature and the family they cherished most. They were doing what they loved, spending time outdoors, making memories, and nurturing the connection that defined their lives. Their story is a testament to the power of love and the importance of family. The tragedy that took their parents from them has left the Brink sisters facing a future forever changed. Though they were physically unharmed, the emotional wounds run deep. Now these two young girls must navigate life without the guidance and comfort of the parents who meant everything to them, carrying the weight of unimaginable loss and trauma. In the aftermath, friends, neighbors, and even strangers have come together to honor Clinton and Kristen's memory. The Brinks are remembered for their kindness, generosity, and unwavering devotion to their family. Their story has become a symbol of collective grief, touching the hearts of everyone in Prairie Grove and beyond. The tragedy has united the community in mourning, but also in action. Local residents have organized vigils, fundraisers, and support networks to help the surviving children. Volunteers and neighbors are working tirelessly to ensure the girls feel supported, loved, and never alone as they face the difficult road ahead. Clinton and Kristen's legacy lives on in their daughters, who embody the love, strength, and hope their parents instilled in them. Though their lives were cut short, the impact of their devotion endures, a reminder of the power of family and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of heartbreak. Andrew James McGann, 28, was a newly hired teacher in Springdale, Arkansas, with a history of short-term teaching jobs across 3 states. His arrest for the double homicide has left the public grappling with the contrast between his professional role and the violence he's accused of. McGann's employment record reveals a pattern of brief tenures and professional concerns, now under intense scrutiny. Authorities say there's no known connection between McGann and the Brink family, suggesting a random, chilling act. Investigators are still searching for a motive, focusing on evidence from the crime scene and McGann's background. He is being held without bond, facing charges that could result in the death penalty. The case has sparked urgent questions about how educators are vetted and the systems meant to protect communities. On the warm summer morning of July 26, 2025, the Brink family, Clinton, Kristen, and their 2 young daughters, set out for what was meant to be a joyful day of adventure at Devilsden State Park in Arkansas. The family, like so many others, was drawn to the park's scenic trails and tranquil beauty, hoping to create lasting memories together. The girls, excited and full of energy, skipped ahead on the path, while their parents followed, soaking in the peaceful atmosphere and the sounds of nature all around them. But in a sudden and unthinkable turn, their outing was shattered by violence. As they walked along a secluded stretch of the trail, Clinton and Kristen were attacked and fatally stabbed by an unknown assailant. The brutality of the assault was witnessed by their daughters, who were forced to confront a nightmare no child should ever face. The serenity of the park was instantly replaced by chaos and terror. Despite their shock and fear, the girls displayed extraordinary courage and presence of mind. Acting on instinct, they ran for help, desperately seeking out other hikers and park visitors. Their cries for assistance quickly drew the attention of bystanders, who rushed to their aid and called emergency services, setting the wheels of the investigation into motion. Law enforcement responded within minutes, swiftly closing off the park to ensure the safety of others and to preserve the crime scene. Officers and emergency responders combed the wooded area for evidence, searching for any sign of the attacker. The park, once filled with laughter and the sounds of families, was now overtaken by the urgency of a major investigation. News of the attack spread rapidly, sending shockwaves through the local community and beyond. The randomness and brutality of the crime left residents reeling, shattering the sense of safety that families had long associated with Devil's Den. Vigils were held, and neighbors gathered in disbelief, struggling to process the tragedy that had unfolded so close to home. The survival of the Brink daughters stands as a testament to their resilience and bravery in the face of unimaginable trauma. Supported by family, friends, and professionals, the girls now face a long and difficult journey toward healing. Their lives have been forever changed, and the road ahead will be marked by both pain and hope. In the aftermath, the community has come together in remarkable ways, rallying to support the girls and their extended family. Volunteers have organized care packages, counseling services, and support groups, determined to help the survivors rebuild their lives and find comfort in the midst of heartbreak. The tragedy has left an indelible mark on Devil's Den State Park, a place once known for peace, natural beauty, and family memories. Now, it stands as a somber reminder of loss, resilience, and the enduring strength of a community united in the face of tragedy. In the wake of the murders, a massive manhunt began, led by Arkansas State Police and aided by the FBI. The Brink daughters provided crucial descriptions, leading to a composite sketch and a public plea for information. Investigators gathered forensic evidence and interviewed witnesses, focusing on a suspicious black sedan seen leaving the park. Public tips poured in, and the suspect's image was widely circulated, making it difficult for him to hide. The breakthrough came when detectives linked the vehicle and witness accounts to Andrew McGann. Surveillance confirmed his location, and law enforcement prepared for a safe arrest. The community's determination and cooperation were vital in bringing the investigation to a turning point. The manhunt, which began in the wilderness, was closing in on a suspect hiding in plain sight. 4 days after the murders, Andrew McGann was arrested in a Springdale hair salon, just miles from the crime scene. The black sedan, a key piece of evidence, was impounded, directly linking McGann to the park. Witness statements and the girls' descriptions gave police the probable cause needed for an arrest. The swift, coordinated effort between agencies and the public brought relief to a shaken community. McGann was charged with 2 counts of capital murder and ordered held without bond. The arrest ended the immediate fear, but the community was left reeling from the revelation that a trusted teacher was the accused. The journey toward justice for the Brink family was just beginning. News that McGann was a teacher sent shockwaves through the communities where he'd worked. Hired for the upcoming school year in Springdale, he had previously held short-term teaching jobs in Oklahoma and Texas, each ending abruptly. In Texas, he was placed on administrative leave for concerns about classroom management and judgment, though no criminal behavior was found. Despite these red flags, McGann passed background checks and continued to find teaching positions in new states. The case has exposed gaps in the vetting and reference-checking processes for educators. School districts are now re-examining their hiring practices to prevent similar oversights. The tragedy has sparked a broader conversation about protecting students and communities from hidden risks. The shocking crime and the subsequent arrest of McGann sent immediate shockwaves through Arkansas, prompting swift and decisive responses from both state officials and the Springdale School District. The gravity of the situation was felt not only in the halls of government, but also in every corner of the local community as news of the tragedy spread rapidly. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders addressed the public in a somber press conference, strongly condemning the violence and expressing her deepest sympathies to the victims' families. She praised law enforcement's rapid response, emphasizing the importance of community safety and the need for continued vigilance. State officials echoed her sentiments, vowing to support the investigation and ensure justice would be served. The Springdale School District moved quickly to reassure anxious parents and students, clarifying that McGann had not interacted with any students and that all necessary precautions were being taken. School leaders pledged full cooperation with investigators and promised to review safety protocols, aiming to restore a sense of security within the school community. In the aftermath, Devilsden State Park was closed to the public, its once busy trails now eerily silent and marked by police tape. The closure served as a stark and visible reminder of the tragedy that had unfolded, leaving a void in a place that had long been a source of joy and recreation for local families. The community's sense of safety was deeply shaken, but residents responded with remarkable compassion. Vigils were held at the park and outside the school, where people gathered to mourn, share memories, and offer support to the Brink girls and their extended family. Messages of solidarity and hope appeared throughout the town as neighbors leaned on each other in the face of heartbreak. In the days that followed, a wave of fundraisers and memorials swept through Prairie Grove and surrounding areas. Local businesses, churches, and organizations organized charity events, auctions, and donation drives, all aimed at supporting the surviving children and honoring the memory of the victims. The outpouring of generosity reflected a collective determination to help the Brink family heal and rebuild. The grief was palpable, but so too was the unity. Residents joined hands in prayer, marched together for peace, and displayed banners of encouragement throughout the town square. The tragedy, while devastating, brought people together in ways that underscored the strength and resilience of Prairie Grove and its neighboring communities. Though the shock of the event still lingers, the community's unwavering compassion and determination to support one another are guiding the path forward. In the face of unimaginable loss, Prairie Grove has shown that hope and solidarity can emerge even in the darkest of times. With McGann in custody, the case moves to the courts, where he faces 2 counts of capital murder. The prosecution will decide whether to seek the death penalty, a decision that will shape the trial ahead. Pre-trial hearings and evidence review are underway, with both sides preparing for a complex legal battle. The Brink daughters, as eyewitnesses, will play a crucial role, with the court taking special care to protect their well-being. Physical evidence and witness testimony will be central to the prosecution's case. The community and nation watch, hoping for justice and closure, even as the pain of loss endures. For the Brink family, the legal process is a necessary step toward accountability and healing, though nothing can undo the tragedy.